Okay, all of you can see the screen, climate change and resilience.
Yes, screen is visible.
Okay,
Sana?
I'm moving to the global warming.
So,
Sana, are you good?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We formally uh, begin our today's session. Miss Sana, today's session's topic is climate change and resilience. Miss Sana will present today's sessions, and I request Miss Sana to please uh, present his session.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me properly, everyone?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
yes.
Yeah. I am going to present my presentation on climate change and resilience. First, we will discuss about the climate change. The main factor of climate change, the temperature is rising daily and the temperature is getting sometimes very warmer and sometimes very colder. That is because of the increase in temperature, and the increase in temperature comes from a concept, scientific concept, that is greenhouse effect. Basically, sir, can you just scroll it little down? There is a greenhouse effect, greenhouse gases. After climate change, there is a heading of greenhouse effect. Yeah. Um can you see the pie picture here? The carbon dioxide gas. It is the composition of the Earth's atmosphere crust. Like the Earth is made up of several gases. The main gas, the most composition of the crust of the Earth, the layer outer side of the Earth is carbon dioxide, and after that there is methane, then other gases. There is some percentage, 6% of nitrous oxide, and the other gases. So the phenomena in the greenhouse effect is it's a natural phenomena. On the outer surface of the Earth, there are some gases, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and other. They trap the heat from the sun. When there are solar radiations, they pass inside the Earth, and the Earth absorbs what absorbs from the earth, these greenhouse gases. These are called greenhouse gases, and these are good for the habitat of living organisms in a considerable amount that is naturally done. These gases absorb heat, and that keep a sustainable temperature for the earth, a warmer temperature for the earth. But it's a habitat, it's a good phenomena, like it's a natural phenomena. Greenhouse gases uh, absorb the heat from the sun on the earth crust, and that make the temperature of earth warmer. Then what happens with the global warming and climate change? When these gases, carbon dioxide, methane, and other gases, get in excess quantity due to excessive use of industries, factories, industries and
I think we have lost connection with Miss Sana. Mr. Ahmed, can you hear me?
Miss Sana, mic is no. Miss Sana, mic is not mute, but his voice we're not listening his voice.
Uh, we have Miss Sana with this session. I think we have lost her connection as I cannot see Miss Sana in the participant list.
Dr. Farooq, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Please continue the session till Ms. Sana join again us.
I think he has prepared.
You have the second presentation. I will share with you.
Okay. So do I need to continue this PDF file?
Okay.
Why not we wait for 5 minutes? I hope she will join again. There may be some technical problem.
So the participants we have at about 10 participants with Dr. Farooq
Yes.
and include me. So any participant want to add about the subject? Ms. Sana is joining again. Ms. Sana, can you hear us?
Yes, sir, there is some internet connection issue. Sorry for that.
Okay, please continue. Ms. Sana, please continue. Ms. Sana, can you hear us? Ms. Sana, can you hear us? So, Dr. Farooq, maybe we have a general discussion about climate change and resilience topic.
Yes, sir, I am talking about. We will come towards that. But first, we will discuss the concept that why the climate change happens. Then we will
Okay,
talk in
okay,
detail
okay,
for the
okay.
next
Thank
one.
you.
Let's come to Sir Farooq, kindly page up to the first page of the diagram, up to the first page of the diagram, in which there is a phenomena, how it happens of the global climate change. Like when the temperature rises and there is a issue of the global warming, so where just see lots of species, the disadvantages of this could be many species, many animals got out due to high temperature. Their species dies completely because of global warming. And when there is a rise in temperature, so in the first you can see sea level rises. When the volume of the sea goes up, so there will be flooding. The issues regarding the rising of sea would be flooding and erosion. Erosion means the soil gets destroyed. In the second column you can see the loss of species. Species got distinct, so it's also worst or alarming situation if species the biodiversity will work out. And from the loss of species, ecosystems endangered. The thing which I am saying that if the species of animals are getting extinct or are died because of the rising temperature, so our ecosystem, the whole ecological system will disturb, got endangered. The third point is when there is a warmer temperature due to global warming, heat waves. You may have seen in the summer season there are shock heat waves. This is also due to the high temperature. And the other one is droughts. Droughts are when there is loss of food and loss of water in some area for a longer period. That is called a drought condition. In the third column, you can say the ice caps melt on the polar side, on the northern region of the world. When ice caps melts, glaciers melt. So this is also an alarming situation for the polar animals because they live on the ice and they eat, their habitat is the ice age. So polar animals are also at risk. And the last point is water weather disruptions. Weather will also get disturbed. Obviously, if there's a temperature that are going above the average level, above the normal phenomena or below the normal phenomena, so the storms will come up and the hurricanes will come up. This is all the issues regarding the global warming. Sir, can you down the page a little below from climate change and greenhouse effect? Sir, just stop. Just put a page once up, a little up. Yeah, the more, sir, a little up, little up. There are gases. There are five main gases. This is nitrous oxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbon, water vapor, and carbon dioxide. The most abundant gas in the air is carbon dioxide. And after that is methane. You know, methane is used in stoves. This is a natural gas used in for cooking the food. So it go and the other one is nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide we you normally use it from the pesticides, and the other one is chlorofluorocarbon. Chlorofluorocarbon is mostly used in refrigerants, the gas that is used in deep freezer fridges to make it colder. And the last one, these are the primary gases for greenhouse gases. There are other gases also involved here, but these five gases are the primary. These are the water vapors. When they got abundant in the atmosphere, so the temperature rises up to the standard size. Sir, come below the page to the human activities that, sir, just stop there. What human are doing for the climate change? Human are are using the ecological system not in a wise condition. They are burning the fossil fuels. Yeah, burning fossil fuels, coal, gas, oil are good for for the production of gas, for the production of electricity, but we can use the alternative methods to reduce the global warming condition. Men are doing, the second point is deforestation. Men are cutting the forest. Forests are really good for purifying the air, for making a habitat of a living organism. So they are cutting because they want to industrialize the land. This could be the reason. Agriculture, in the when in the agriculture sector, when we use insecticides and pesticides, so nitrous oxide is mostly used. The nitrous is used to for fertilizer 10 times worse. So this is what man is doing to make the global warming to at the higher level. And cement, producing cement is another contributor to climate change, causing 2% of the entire carbon dioxide emission. So the carbon dioxide is the most harmful gas if it got in excess. So there would be issue in the climatic change. Sir, come below to the page. Climate change actions. Yeah, just stop there. So, what are the resilience methods of a global climate change? The climate changing day by day. So we should take some steps, the remedies, the solutions, or the resilience method for climate change actions. This could be, if we are talking on the personal level, what can we do? We can save the energy at the home. Like if we are using excessive energy, electrical appliances, so we can reduce it to the energy savers. We can use the electricity wiser. Do not switch on the light, or do not switch on the fan or anything else which is not in use. So save the energy. The second one is, it's better to use public transport. Why it is used public? If everyone is going by their own transport, so obviously it increases the pollution element. Smoke is more going out from the traffic, from the bikes, auto rickshaws and cars. So if we are going to the public transport, only one bus, one train, and so it will obviously reduce from a huge to a single one. The second one is eat more vegetables. Yeah, if we eat more vegetables, we will be more healthier. We would have a sustainable, good, healthy, ecological life. The fourth would be consider your travel. Like considering travel by walk is good for the health also. And the fifth one is throw away less food. Yeah, like the preserve of the food. Do not just throw the food. Eat it well and just throw this is that are not acceptable. Do not. Do not waste the food. It is basically like that. The other component is reduce, reuse, repair, and recycle. This is a very important phenomena that we should use the. It is a phenomena that do not waste the product. If you are having the capability to repair it, so repair the product. You can reuse it if it is left behind, and recycle it. We can use it to some another way out. So it could be recycled. The other one is change your home source of energy. Like we are mostly using electricity in our homes, and electricity is made by coal power stations, by water power stations. But if we just have a transition of the energy to solar, so it can reduce the pollution, and it is also somehow cost saving also. The other one is switch to an electric vehicle. The petrol vehicle, the petroleum vehicle that are made from the fossil fuel, the fossil fuel are the petroleum and the petrol products. They are making more smoke that is endangering the ecological system, increasing the temperature. So we can have an electrical vehicle. Yeah, it is not so easy these days because the technology is advancing. But these are the methods we can just control our global warming situation. Sir, come below to the page. Sir, for kindly come below to the page.
Misana,
Yeah,
please
you
one
can
minute.
just stop there.
Misana, Misana,
Yeah,
please 1 minute.
yes, sir.
Okay. We are very thankful for Mr. Mia Abdul Rashid Saab, the chairman, Task Force Pakistan Agriculture Scientist Forum, member Editorial Committee of National Eco Security System, Pakistan. Sir, warmly welcome. Sir, Mia Abdul Rashid Saab, can you listen us? Okay, Ms. Sana, please continue. Please continue.
Yeah, the last segment of our lecture is private contribution. The companies that are private, the private firms, the private companies, the sole proprietorship or the partnership firm, or there are two sectors basically in the economy. First is public sector and the other is the private sector. So the public sector is performing their duties by means of our tax collection. And basically in Pakistan or mostly in the Asian countries, so these are not working so well. So right now we are discussing on the private firms that can do some better option. Obviously, it's a main target of any country's infrastructure is the government, the public sector. But unfortunately, it's not working in Asian countries, especially in Pakistan. So right now we are discussing what the private companies could do for a sustainable ecological system. Sustainable is basically that are helping out the ecological system from the environment point of view, from the social point of view, and from altogether a peaceful environment for the society also, for the environment also, for the entrepreneurs also. So it's kind of a tricycle. So CSR is World Sustainability and CSR. CSR is the corporate social responsibility. Every company has some responsibility regarding the environment. So these responsibilities are basically called as corporate social responsibilities. So now I would like to just say, sir, come below to the page. We would discuss the first point is renewable energy transition. The first point is renewable energy transition. What a company could do. If a company is running its operations by electric means, by petroleum products like generators or the standby generators or the electricity methods, so they can reduce the cost of their production also by implanting solar system on a company. Yeah, the first setup cost is a big cost, but after that, the solar energy is very beneficial and it can reduce their cost also, plus it is good for our environment also. So renewable energy transition is basically changing the energy from local fossil fuel consumption of energy like coal petroleum to solar system or wind system. that will not impact the global warming too much, or that will not high up the temperature too much. And there is one terminology is used, decarbonization. Decarbonization is a strategy of any organization, or it's a process to reduce the carbon level, like to reduce the things, carbon dioxide from any process. So it is kind of a decarbonization process. Like using the solar energy will not involve any kind of carbon system or coal system. But in the coal system, that is pure coal, is contains a huge quantity of carbon.
Miss
And
Sana, one of the participants wants to ask a question. Yes.
yes, sir. There is your give me the question. Kindly ask it.
Uh, Actually, the name is not written. It is Samsung SM815. Yes, you can ask question.
Okay,
Oh,
I think by mistakenly, maybe.
okay, just continue. Just continue, Miss
Mistakenly.
Sana.
Okay. Okay, so we will have to work on some strategy that is based on decarbonization, like using the methane gas from the stove like natural gas. So it also contains the hydrocarbons. So our mission or our alternative solution is to reduce the carbon dioxide to carbon level to the normal limit so that we can enhance something. So we can use solar energy for that, the wind energy for that, and the alternative energies for that. You can use electrical vehicle as well. Electric vehicle is also less making pollution than the other things. The second point is your circular economy. Circular economy is the concept, you can read it out like circular economy is a model of production and consumption which involves sharing, leasing, reusing, repairing, refurbishing, and recycling existing materials and products as long as possible. In this way, the life cycle of products is extended. In practice, it implies reducing waste to a minimum. Like circular economy is basically do not waste the things. Like any economic condition, often farm or a company, they are making a product, so there is also some wastage or scrap. They want the wastage to make it useful, to make the byproducts from the wastage, to recycle it to the optimum level. Do not discard it, do not put in a waste, and that waste will obviously burn out and it will just increase the temperature. It is basically we are just going through like that. So it is a corporate responsibility to use the product up to the best limit, to make the byproducts of it, to reuse it, to repair it, to recycle it. Do not make more and more. Try to utilize the things up to their best limits. The third one point is SDGs, which Sir Farooq also explained in the last class. So United Nations has just told us or informed the global society the 17 points. So if the companies will also go these 17 points, so it will also lead to a sustainable economic system. So I have just written up some pointers here. So it will be easy for all that. What are these 17 pointers? You can go in detail by United Nations website. So what are these pointers? No poverty, no poverty. How can we reduce the poverty? So obviously we have to use some kind of measures to establish some local industries for the public and to just educate them, to have the institutions. This is a one pointer of no poverty. Second is zero hunger. How can we eat hunger? By promoting agriculture, by providing food to all. Like food to all is means giving the job opportunities to all so that they can earn and have the food. Or by some charitable organizations, we can also give the food to the needy people. The third point is good health and well-being. Ensure that every citizen is having good health services in foreign countries. So there is mostly the health services are free, the education services are free, so that every citizen can get avail these services that are basic needs of the life. The fourth point is quality education. Education is a right for all the women and the men. So good quality education should be provided. It's also a great method of awareness to a sustainable environment. The fifth point is gender equality. Every gender is respectable, whether a male, whether a female, or another like female. Everyone should have the respect and should be encouraged to move further and to just spread their their opinions and to educate themselves. The sixth point is clean water and sanitation. Water is very important. A clean water is so important to intake. The most of the us, if even we cannot take the food for 1 day, 2 day, but we have the water, we can easily survive. And if the water is contaminated means that is fatal, that is not good, that is infectious, or that is dirty. So we will go through many diseases. So clean water provision is so important. That is also a responsibility of a public sector government to provide provide the clean water to all. The seventh point is affordable and clean energy. Provide access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy. Yeah, it is also kind of a government responsibility to give an affordable package of electricity to its citizens, to the nationals of any country. Yeah, someone has written that we need also the notes of these lecture after session so they can avail, all the students can easily avail it, we will share it. The eighth point is decent work and economic growth. Provide constant and inclusive enhancement of economic activities. Like decent economic activity is, the concept of economies is of scale. Economies of scale is doing the production, doing your utilizing your skill, whether on the small scale, whether on the large scale. So we can also do some household work, like handicrafts. We can stitch the material. So if everyone gets indulged in the economic growth, so the revenue will increase, and that will revenue of any, this is a big concept, like every individual working on its sector, whether it's small or bigger, so the revenue of a country will increase, and these revenue will result in the increase of the national income. So that is what I am just giving you a little bit. The ninth one is industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Any industry wants creativity. The industry which is going on just the routine practices will not furnish, will not go further, because technology increase, with the passage of the time, technology enhances. Many things comes up, so we should add the value to the business by innovative ideas, creative ideas, uh, to give, and it is also the responsibility of corporate sector, public and private, to give the chance to all the individuals, to all the citizens, so they can present their ideas for creativity in the industrial section. The tenth one is reduced inequalities. Definitely, inequality should be reduced. Give the chance of equality to every individual, whether male, whether female, whether any other gender. The 11th one is sustainable criteria and communities. Develop cities and communities that are inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Provide a good atmosphere to the cities you are making, to the villages you are making inside your country. The 12th one is responsible consumption and production. Like a company that is producing any product, any service, so they should be responsible for that. They should produce and consume in a way that are sustainable, that are lawful, that are rightful for all the citizens, for every individual living in the society. The 13th one is the climate action. Make urgent efforts to combat climate action and its effects. Like we are discussing, climate action is basically what to use alternative ways to reduce the global warming. 14th point is life below water. Protect and manage the ocean, sea, and marine resources. Like, how can we protect the ocean and marine? These are so big, so large. So how can a farm could do? Farm could do by not giving the waste to the sea, like many companies are set up near the core of the sea or the port, and they just put their waste inside the water, and they are completely damaging the marine life by just by flowing out their wastage poisonous material and making the sea and the ocean water contaminated. And when we go towards the seaside or sea view or seaside, you can see that people are just misusing the area by just throwing the shoppers, throwing the food. So we should not do this. We can protect the sea, river by these means to not do this type of things. Um, Life on land. The 15 points is life on land. Conserve and promote the sustainable use of land-based ecosystem. Life on land. protect the land, make a life good for your citizens, for the people. It's the point. The 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions support the achievement of peaceful and constructive solid societies. We should have a peaceful environment. We should give up fair justice to all to promote social impact on our society for sustainable development goals. The 17th point is partnership for the goal. Revamp and strengthen global partnership for sustainable development. Partnership for the goals, like we should also partner our neighboring countries, like in Pakistan the neighboring countries are India, China, Iran, Iraq. So we should all participate globally to work for the sustainable development of ecosystem. The world is the home for all of us, so we should act globally to make it a peaceful in environment free, a good place for all of us. So come below the page from 17 points. The other concept is corporate activism. Corporate activism is a concept that a firm takes a public stance on a social or political issues. A firm or company, this is a very good step, or you can say a good concept, is a corporate activism. When you are working somewhere as an employee, so the firm would give you the chance you can discuss something without any political interference, without any kind of thinking. If you are doing something right regarding the social issues, it is what although the public expect corporation to engage in activism, public is very across individual, corporate, activist campaigns, business, and long-term process that requires strategy and commitment. However, it is about complicated and dispendious effort. Business activism is a series of action or programs that help your business shift into a platform to catalyze change on social and political issues. It is what that it will bring a change by giving an stance. Like if a company, like there is a road going alongside the river, so the road is also dirty because people are throwing uh, waste on the road. So it is not responsibility of a farm setting nearby the road. So if it just understands that if I can just wash or just clean the road, so they are just helping out a sustainable development. They are not thinking like that. A political, this is the responsibility of a political party that will just wash or clean the road. So it is what corporate activism without the interference of any government, without any social impact issue. They just do their work. The other one is impact investing. Impact investing is a concept that uh, companies companies float their stocks on the market, that is called list their shares on SECP, Securities and Exchange Commission, right? So people will buy it. They would have also a return of profit from the dividends of the company, and also it can also help in the security of environment. So it is about impact investing. The other one is sustainable supply chains. Supply chains is the area of a company which they supply food, or you can say supply material to their customers. So this should be sustainable. Like how they can do this? Again, the concept of reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, and remanufacture. If you are making any product, so there is some waste, so you can reuse it, reuse that waste, or reuse and you can recycle it by making a byproduct. So these are the 5 R's framework. The sustainable supply chains 5 R's framework is what? Reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, and remanufacture. So come below the last page, I think. Triple bottom line. It's also a concept of a private firm that for the environment. And what is the triple bottom line means 3 lines. One line is business line, second is profit line, third line is your public, the environment. Public means your environment. Business are made for profits. Like 2 lines, business are running because they want to earn the profit. The third line is they also have some CSR, corporate social responsibility, to think about their public, to have some stance on the environmental issues, to reduce the climate to the low limit by energy transition using the solar system, having a clean environment, taking the initiative, like what I use corporate activism stances. So this is what triple bottom line concept. Also think something about the public benefits by cleaning up the environment to making the ecological system beautiful. The other one is the ESG criteria. ESG criteria stands for environment, social, and governance. It is also a core concept for the corporation responsibility to work on all these tricycle things: environment, social, and governance. Governance is basically enforcing laws and regulations by any country, like their bylaws, which help in environment and social sciences. The last point is your digitalization. Digitalization is basically doing the so just come to the last part, digitalization. There are four pointers on the digitalization. So Farooq, kindly just swipe down the page to digitalization so that I can see it completely. So Farooq, can you hear me?
Ms.
Hello?
Sana, thank you very much.
Hello?
Yes, I
Yes,
can listen you.
Ms. Sana, we
Sir, I
listen.
just need 2 more minutes to complete digitalization. Sir, just 2 minutes.
Okay,
This is
Sir,
okay.
just 2 minutes.
okay. This is the last
Sir,
page.
just 2 minutes. Digitalization is basically, uh, yeah, sir, this is the last part. This is the last part. Digitalization is to use the things in the online system, do things in the real time. When you are doing, when you are writing up a letter, so it use a paper and a pen. So when you use it on the email, on the soft copy, it is only an email. So this is, you are protecting the environment. Yeah, like papers are made up of wood. So if do not use the paper and you use everything in the soft copy and the online, so that will help in reducing the global warming temperature. So this is all about my presentation. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sana. Thank you very much for the presentation. And any question from the participants want to ask from Ms. Sana? Please raise your hand. Any participants want to ask any question?
Students, if you have any question, you can ask it to me. Or no questions, I think.
Okay. Uh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Sana. Thank you. There is no
Welcome,
question.
sir.
So we want to know about briefly from the participant uh, about Ms. Sana's presentations. Anyone want to comment or about Mr. Furqan Wasi? Can you listen me?
Sir,
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Furqan Wasi. Please have a short comment.
sir, it is very interesting, and we have learned some new things, and that's what I want to say.
Thank you very
Nothing
much.
else.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so the participants, we have a very honorable guest with us, our today's guest speaker, Mr. Mi Abdul Rashid Saab. Mr. Mi Abdul Rashid Saab is the chairman of Task Force Pakistan Agriculture Scientist Forum, member Editorial Committee of National Eco Security System Pakistan. So, Mr. Abdul Rashid Saab, can you listen me? Sir, can you listen me?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sir, warmly welcome here.
Thanks a lot for your courteous welcome.
Thank you very much. We want to listen about your perspective about climate change and resilience.
So, kind of you, is there anyone who may be able to talk for me? I would love to listen for a while more to speak.
Yes, Mr. Abdul Rashid, sir.
Now, is it my turn to speak, please?
Yeah, we want to listen about from you.
Okay. First of all, I would like to pay thanks to the honorable host, Mr. Omer. He is a man of greater integrity who has invited me to deliver something, to you people, a galaxy of visionary people. I was just listener, but uh, it is, His Highness to talk and to invite me to talk about that. I would like to talk about the green economy, a solution to grapple with the climate change. The green economy, a solution to grapple with climate change. I have made up my mind and uh, prepared myself for that. So I would love to talk about that. A green economy is one that promotes sustainable development by fostering economic growth while reducing environmental degradation and improving social well-being. The green economy concept is grounded in creating long-term value through sustainable practices, which are essential for addressing climate change. It involves a transition from carbon-intensive industries to low-carbon and resource-efficient systems, emphasizing circularity, conservation, and renewable energy. I would like to talk about a few of the features. How can tackle climate change? Transitioning to renewable energy, that is first and foremost one, and it is the dire need of the day to talk about that, to adopt it. Clean energy resources, solar power, wind energy, geothermal, hydropower, and biomass are the core of the green economy, replacing fossil fuels. The global solar energy market has grown by around 20% annually over the past decade, reducing greenhouse gas emissions significantly. Wind turbines provide a growing source of energy, with offshore wind farms like those in Denmark and the UK contributing to the reduction of carbon footprints are the best examples to quote anywhere. Hydropower remains a significant contributor, though it's debated in terms of ecosystem impact. Energy efficiency, building energy efficiency, like smart homes, energy efficient appliances, and green building standards, like LEED certification is there, help reduce energy consumption. Industrial energy efficiency, upgrading industrial plants with advanced technologies, automation, and low carbon techniques. And the third one is transportation. We all are talking about how to control it, but we are far away from this type of adaptation of the technology. That is the dire need. I would like to talk again and again about the dire need, dire need, dire need. It is the dire need of the day to talk, and it is the dire need of the day to adopt. To talk and to adopt. There is a hell of the gap between the two. We all are listening to each other, but in the end, I would love to request to all the people to make a difference to the decisive extent. The transportation, electrical vehicles, and improved public transit systems reduce reliance on fossil fuels and curb emissions. And third one, we may talk about carbon capture and storage. CSS, it is called CCS, is a technology that traps carbon dioxide, CO2 emissions from industrial sources and stores them underground or uses them for other purposes like greenhouses. Some countries like Norway with its slipper field are pioneering this method. You know, Norway, Finland, and Sweden are the countries we talk about them, the most peaceful countries and eco-friendly countries. What do they do? They do adopt these type of activities, these type of technologies. And the second one is sustainable agriculture and land use. It is so much important for us all, to try to understand and try to create mass awareness among the people to adopt it. Climate smart agriculture, agroforestry, crop rotation, water efficient irrigation, and drought-resistant crops are central to reducing agricultural environmental impact. Regenerative agriculture is an emerging approach focused on improving soil health, increasing biodiversity, and absorbing carbon in the soil. Precision farming use sensors, drones, and AI to optimize. Artificial intelligence, is the near to engulf all the technologies in the nearest future. We all know very well, but we are far away how to tackle it accordingly actively. So let us talk about it. And precision farming coupled with AI to optimize crop production while reducing the use of chemicals and water. And after that, land restoration, restoring degraded lands through reforestation, afforestation, and wetland restoration, improving biodiversity, sequesters carbon, and boosts local economies. Forest conservation, like Amazon, helps mitigate climate change by maintaining carbon sinks and protecting ecosystems. Sustainable food systems, transitioning to more plant-based diets, reducing food waste, and promoting local and organic farming, reduce emissions from livestock and large-scale agriculture. The shift towards sustainable fisheries and aquaculture also ensures healthy oceans and reduces pressure on marine ecosystems. Circular economy, reducing waste and promoting resource efficiency. The circular economy focuses on maximizing the lifespan of products, minimizing waste, and ensuring that materials are reused, recycled, and repurposed. This reduces the environmental impact and lowers the carbon footprints. Now, that is very popular in the world. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Let's pray for us and for all the people and for the listeners to adopt and to use, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Waste management systems can be optimized to recycle more materials such as plastic, metals, and textiles. Zero waste cities. Japan may be called to a certain extent, but it is debatable. Zero waste cities are designed to send nearly no waste to landfills, ensuring resources are continually reused. Extended producer responsibility. It is a term, to be used. Extended producer responsibility. Laws can ensure companies are responsible for the end of life disposal of their products. Eco design and product innovation. Designing for longevity, ease of repair, and recyclability can significantly reduce the environmental impact of consumer goods. E-waste management is a growing industry that focuses on recycling and recovering valuable materials like copper, gold, and rare earth metals from old electronics. Industrial symbiosis. Industries can work together to create a closed loop system where one's industry's waste becomes another industry's raw material. What a theory it is. If it is adopted, what a what a cooperation in an integrated way may make a difference to the decisive extent. And I believe in that. For example, excess heat from power plants can be used in nearby greenhouses for agriculture. Now, green finance, investing in sustainability. Green finance involves funding projects and initiatives that have positive environmental impact, aligning investments with climate goals. This includes green bonds, climate-friendly venture capital, and carbon markets. Green bonds. Governments and companies issue green bonds to raise capital for environmental projects such as renewable energy, energy efficiency, and climate adoption projects. Sustainable investment and ESG, environmental, social, and governance. Investing in a growing trend where investors focus on companies with strong sustainability practices. More investors are moving towards impact investing, where capital is invested in projects or companies that create measurable social or environmental benefits. Carbon pricing and emissions trading. Carbon pricing mechanisms such as carbon taxes or emissions, including trading systems, create financial incentives for businesses to reduce emissions. The European Union emissions trading system is a model encouraging industries to lower emissions by putting a price on carbon. Green jobs. Employment in a sustainable economy. The green economy also plays a key role in job creation as industries transition to more sustainable practices. New sectors emerge and workers can be trained in green jobs, renewable energy jobs, jobs in solar, wind, hydropower, and geothermal energy are among the fastest growing sectors globally. Technicians, engineers, and project managers are needed to install, maintain, and optimize renewable energy systems. Green construction and infrastructure are very important. You know, construction industry is everywhere in the world, on the globe, under the sun, on this planet Earth. The construction industry is moving towards eco-friendly materials, energy efficient buildings, and green urban planning. Cities need urban planners, architects, and construction workers skilled in building green buildings with sustainable material, climate adaptation, and resilience. As communities and countries adapt to climate change, there is rising demand for jobs in disaster resilience, environmental policy, and sustainability consulting. Ecotourism, wildlife conservation, and sustainable agriculture also provide opportunities for local employment in rural and coastal areas. The role of policy in green economy. Governments play a vital role in enabling a green economy by implementing supportive policies that drive change. Climate legislation. Governments must pass ambitious climate laws to reduce emissions and encourage the adoption of green technologies. Policies like carbon pricing, subsidies for renewable energy, and tax incentives for sustainable practices are critical for transitioning to a green economy. International agreements, global agreements such as the Paris Agreement, guide national policies to limit global warming to below carbon as much as possible to the minimum level. Cooperation between nations on climate change adaptation and mitigation can ensure a globally coordinated effort to tackle climate challenges. Now I would conclude the green economy and the climate change. The green economy offers a holistic approach at addressing climate change by promoting sustainable development that benefits both people and the planet. By transitioning to renewable energy, adopting circular practices, investing in green infrastructure, and promoting climate conscious policies and jobs, the global community can drive meaningful change in mitigating climate impacts. The future of a green economy will rely on collective action, continued technological innovation, and public-private collaboration. Investment in the green economy not only reduces carbon footprints, but also stimulates economic growth and job creation, making it in a win-win for both the environment and society. Respectable audience, valuable listeners, and honorable my host, highly respected Dr. Farrukh Naveed. All of you are intellectuals by the countless blessings of Almighty Allah. It was the best effort for you to stimulate the people, to stimulate the vision of the people, to request the people to come to that level where we may say, let us develop us to that level where we may be able to give a sigh of relief in the nearest future to set up footprint for our future generations to do and to give a sigh in the springs of life, where there is greenery, where there would be lush greenery, cozy air, refreshing air must be there. And now we are on the verge of that level, where if we adopt the technology, we would be on moving stage. If we don't try to adopt the technology, latest technology, uh, the technology that is the dire need of the day, what is that? First of all, we have to tune up to adopt green economy as it has been taken initiative by Honorable Host. I would pay rich tribute to you people because it is a drop. It is that drop which may lead to the ocean in the nearest future. May Almighty Allah bless you, empower you to take the initiative that may make a difference in an exemplary way. So it is all about from my side. So I would like to invite the questions. If there is someone who may be able to ask or raise hand or may ask any question, it would be a matter of pleasure for me to respond objectively. It's all about from my side. Thank you so much for inviting me, for creating a courtesy time slot for me to fill the gap. Is it boring or enjoyable? It is up to you. It's up to you people. What do you decide? So if you have liked it, I would say thank you so much. If you have taken it as a boring one, then I may excuse. It is the only way which I utter and which I use. So nice of you people, so kind of you people for listening with greater patience, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. This is very informative. This is very comprehensive, and I hope all the participants enjoy this conversation by Abdul Rashid Saab. Any question from any participant? Any participant want to comment? Okay, Mr. Farooq Naveed, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The conversation and the lecture, whatever we can say, it was a very commendable. You have delivered it in very right way. I just want to say that there is a lot of work to do in this segment to raise awareness among the communities and to actually implement what the green economy is all about. So I would like to suggest that we should form a group or of like-minded people, and we should raise the community. We should raise the awareness in our communities and in our groups about the green economy. And we should do this under the leadership of Skill Up Online. And like if it is viable for Dr. Mia Abdul Rashid Sab, we can form such kind of group and work online with each other.
Thank you, Mr. Farooq. This is absolutely very impressive suggestions, and I think the most of participants agreed with this suggestion, and we definitely work on it. Thank you, Mr. Farooq.
May I respond, please?
Yes, Mr. Thank you. Please, Mr.
Thank you so much, Mr. Furqan Wasi is here. I think there's also a greater name in the world of environment, Mr. Salwasi Khan is in the world of environmental laws and laws. When we talk about environmental laws, we say Salwasi, and when we talk about applause for the environmental contributors, we all say Mr. Wasi. So I don't know who is Wasi here, but Mr. Furqan and Wasi, Excellent, excellent. So Vasisha is also, you have summed up all. When I talked about the people, you have summed up all. You know, the Mr. Omer appearing us, through Skill Up Online, Skill Up and Online, mashallah, 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 may he live longer, healthier and happier. He has initiated that type of landscape for all the people, like Sir Furqan Wasi, who is a visionary person, who is applauding. And it is a matter of pride and pleasure for me to discuss about that, Mr. When I received a courtesy call from Mr. Omer, I was really delighted to know about that, because he has contributed to the greater extent. He has provided a platform to us all to initiate, to share the wisdom, and to talk and to walk slowly, fastly, but collectively. If there is someone who may walk slowly, he or she may walk. But let us keep pace with each other to play our significant role, to play our role even from the single step. We must pay him rich tribute, because he has taken the initiative. I would love to accompany him. I would love to go with him anywhere he wants, anywhere he likes, and anywhere he suggests any type of services, without any boundary, without any red tape or green tape. There is no tape. I have put tape on my lips to avoid tapeism like that. I just believe in service delivery from the core of my heart, from the depth of the vision of my head, which Almighty Allah has blessed me with. I am a man of practical. And Mr. Furqan Wasi, you are so great personality. You have applauded us. You have accepted us. You have appreciated the efforts of Mr. Umair appearing with Skill Up Online. It is the day, it is the time of digital world. And Mr. Matashabishi is also there, appearing with healthy smile, mashallah. And there are so many people. These are not the people only. If they are ill, inshallah, by the grace of Almighty Allah, I am quite hopeful, because Almighty Allah has everything is for the person who strives for. If we try to achieve something, Almighty Allah is there to help us. There is no one on earth who may be able to stop the way we try to. If we consciously, individually or collectively try to make a smaller difference in the society, there is only one, Almighty Allah is only one who always helps those who strive for the betterment of the society, who strive for something, as it has said by our holy prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, khairun nas man yanfa'un nas. The best among us you is one who does something better for the humankind. So I had to speak my heart in the favor of Sir Mr. Omer, who is, appearing with Skill Up Online. I have uttered this word thrice or 4 times, just with the vision to make it more familiar with the people. So digitally, he is online and Skill Up and empowering the skills, building the skills, and uplifting the skills through a digitalized world like Skill Up Online. So kind of you people, so kind of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Abdul Rashid. Thank you very much. And Mr. Dr. Farooq. Dr. Farooq, please.
Mr. Amir, you really provided us with this great opportunity to have a session with Mia Abdul Rashid. That lecture was very interesting and informative, and I think we all are fortunate enough to have him in this session. So already the credit goes to you, Mr. Amir, because you are really striving for making this platform fruitful for the participant, and you really deserve appreciation. So I again thankful to Abdul Rashid who has contributed and presented his thoughts concerning the environment and the efforts being considered and on the way to reduce the carbon footprints and how we can make safer this planet and how we can evolve to reduce the carbon emission. So everyone, what can do? This was being highlighted by Mr. Mia Rashid. So I'm again thankful to have him in this session, and I also request him to join us in other session also, so that we have a good company and good understanding about this phenomenon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Farooq. Thank you very much, and we hope Abdul Rashid Saab, Mia Saab will be with us in next session too. Mr. Orman, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, yes, of course. Good evening, everyone. I know that we don't have the same time. For today, really, I was very very happy to see that there is a involvement of everyone in the session, because before it was not like that. Before, many times we could find ourselves maybe four people or 5 person during the session, and it was not really good. But now to see that we can reach a number like a 10, 11, 12, for me is a big happiness. And I think that if we maintain that energy, we will achieve many things together. And I discovered that during this session, we have mature people who are very responsible. That is a big up to everyone. And at the last time, I would say that the presentation today was very amazing. It was very amazing. And if after this session, we have the opportunity to have access to that presentation, it will be better. Also, I will call everyone to be to maintain that energy. I think it will be a great achievement for everyone. Thank you so much. Today I'm happy and I'm
Thank you,
very honored
thank
to
you, Mr. Orman.
that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your comments. And we have only 1 minute. Anyone want to say something? Mr. Shahid Baksh, Mr. Abdullah, Umar?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay. You enjoy the session?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So this is our fourth session, our ongoing training, green economy online event, and the fifth session we will conduct on Friday. Dr. Farrukh want to say something?
Sir, I want to request all the participants must give their feedback about the session, which was very fruitful, presented by Ms. Sana. So don't forget to give feedback in the WhatsApp group so that we have your feedback.
Yeah. So all the participants are requested to please give the feedback about Ms. Sana's sessions in WhatsApp group. All the participants who are listening us, please, we are requested to you to give your feedback, so we may improve the course line, our course line, our presentation, our delivery of presentations. Mr. Abdullah, do you want to say anything?
Yes, good evening, everyone. And I don't think I have much to say. I'm just full of appreciation of the facilitator in person of Mr. Muhammad Amir and the co-lecturers that spoke today in respect of Mr. Abdul Rashid and Dr. Farooq. I think they did amazingly well. Their presentation was perfectly done. And I think we're full of appreciation for what they did. And I think we need to move on and progress. I think we are growing day after day. So I think they should try and maybe share those course outline out so that people can read ahead. If they have any suggestion or questions to ask, they might be prepared for the gray areas they have in those documents so that they can prepare themselves before the lectures date. So please, I think it is very important for them to submit those documents to the participants so that they can go through them, not necessarily after lectures before they could have questions or whatsoever. So I would like to thank everyone for the time and the commitment. So Mr. Amir, thanks very much. We wish that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will keep on assisting Skill Up Online going to attend that higher grades, inshallah. I think that's the little that I have to say.
Thanks, Mr. Abdullah Qasim. Thanks very much. And we thank all the participants who give us time to participate in this event. And hopefully they will learn, they have to learn a very the presentation from Ms. Sana is very impressive, and the lecture of the thoughts of Mr. Abdul Rashid Saab, very nice, and the suggestions made by Mr. Furqan Wasi is very workable, and we will definitely work on it, and we have to do that kind of things. So thank you very much. Last word from Mr. Dr. Farooq, and we wind up this session, please.
Yes, sir. I have already told that this inclusion of such professional in this group is highly appreciable, and I must tell all the participants that this is the golden opportunity. I again motivate all the participants to come forward and do participate actively, because it is the one of the best sources to get knowledge. So if you have any confusion, if you have certain question in your mind, do ask in the group, in the session, and even the participant from Pakistan, they can ask in their native language in Urdu. We are very comfortable. We are very comfortable with your question. The purpose is to make all the participants more eligible concerning the phenomena which is under discussion, environment and the green economy. So I wish all of you that this is the golden opportunity. You must capitalize this opportunity to learn more. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, all the participants. Please give your feedback in WhatsApp group. We are waiting. Thank you very much, all the participants.